Good morning, traders. It is Thursday, the 30th of October, 2025. This is today's Traders Daily Discipline, and I'm your host, Jason Allen, broadcasting again from beautiful Sarasota, Bradenton, Florida. And this is the time of year when it gets really nice down here in the Tampa Bay area. So you're all invited down to go fishing and or hit the beach anytime you like. Please say hello. And for you new listeners, I just want to remind you on Saturday I'll be putting my weekly performance up along with the daily discipline, uh, which I do all week long. So on Saturday you'll get a chance to see how well I did in the markets this week. Jury's still out, so we'll see. Let's get right to work. I've got a quote ready to go. Here we go. Ready? Be careful that victories do not carry the seed of future defeats. That's from Ralph W. Sockman, uh, considered a giant of the Christian faith, head pastor at Christ Church in New York, wrote several books, and highly regarded inside the faith. Be careful that victories do not carry the seed of future defeats. Well, as traders, one of the bigger problems that we have to guard against is the belief structure that says we think we know what we're doing. And it can be very deadly to have an overabundance of arrogance, overconfidence. What would you like to call that little something that says, wow, I nailed it. I know exactly what I'm doing. This is a great thing. Far better for you to operate with a sense of humility and a sense of detachment when you score big gains in the markets. Rather than look at that as something you did, look at that as something you chose to participate in and you were careful to do it correctly. The market's going to make those moves with or without you. It's going to make those moves when you see them coming, and most of the time, it's going to make those moves when you had no idea it was going to happen. So, in that case, what will separate you from the typical average guy? The discipline to hold on, the discipline to sit and do nothing. One of the things that can be very helpful for you as a trader is to take the point of view that no matter how well you think you're doing, you're going to sit and do nothing when you're on a winner and let the market decide how far it wants to go, not you. See, when you decide that you know what you're doing, you're laying the groundwork for bigger defeat later because you're going to become overconfident. You're going to do something stupid that you didn't really plan on doing, but you did it out of arrogance or overconfidence because you know what you're doing. We've all had trades that we did, and we look back and go, what was I thinking when I did that? That's what I'm referring to. You never want to be in the position where you can't accurately and intelligently define and describe why you're doing the trade. If any of that part of doing that trade has attitude or ego or something like that involved, emotions of some sort, you are laying the seeds for future defeat. You don't want to be that guy. What you want to do is the guy that says, "Look, I've looked at every possible probability that I could find. I think this is the best one. If I'm right, we'll see how far it can go. If I'm wrong, I'm going to get out, and this is my get out point, and I'm not asking any questions at that point. If I'm misunderstanding what the market is telling me, then a small loss is my best loss. If I think I know what the market's saying, I'm going to let it try to tell me that, and if I can hear it properly, I'm going to ride it as long as I can because I don't know how far it'll go. I'd like to believe that I had all the market knowledge that the world needed to have provided at my fingertips, but I'm smart enough to realize that I really don't know anything, and what I'm really doing is playing a game of probabilities. Since I don't know any more than that, as long as the probabilities play out, I'm going to stay with it. If the probabilities don't play out, then I'm not going to stay in. That's a very healthy way to trade. Unhealthy ways to trade, well, we've got all those we could take hours on, but why don't we just focus on doing the right things the right way and let everything else fall by the wayside? So, for the rest of the day, give some thought to this. When you have a giant sized win or something that is really important to you in terms of winning, be very careful that you're not letting your confidence or arrogance or other negative emotions get the best of you, because that will carry the seed of future defeats. And we don't want that. Remember, no one can be a 100% winning trader, but anyone can be 100% disciplined for one entire day. And that's all you have to do, is be 100% disciplined today. So get out there, have at it. I'll see you tomorrow, last day of the month, and we'll see how we did to start the quarter. Good luck at trading, and I'll see you tomorrow.